Hello, security people. I'm Cole Morris, and welcome to this edition of the CYA Security Challenge. Take a look. This is what we're going to be focusing on today. So let's stop burning daylight. Let's strap in, lean forward, and get going. Okay, today's game plan, or like we like to call it around here, the rules of engagement. On each CYA, we focus on a specific security management topic. There are typically between 1 and 3 questions per CYA. Now write down, or at least remember, your answer. This shouldn't be difficult. There aren't that many questions involved. This is not an interactive program. So write down or remember your answers. And then we move fast. So if necessary, pause or replay the video. So after we run through the question and answers, we engage in a debrief. This is where we discuss the correct responses to the questions. And then finally, we wrap it up by inviting you to subscribe, like, and comment on this program, which we hope you do. Okay, so here's our first question. When evaluating a possible concealed weapon, you should first determine here's our multiple choice, type of weapon being concealed, or maybe the ethnicity of the subject you have under observation. The location of the nearest police backup might be a good idea before you approach someone. Or you might want to determine the dominant side of the subject. So take a second or two, maybe 3 or 4, and we'll discuss this during the debrief. So that brings us to question number 2 for this particular CYA, and here it is. What is the term for when a concealed, and that's in quotes, when a concealed handgun is observed beneath one's clothing? Hiding, printing, peeking, or brandishing? Think about it a little bit, and once again, we'll cover this during the debrief. Good luck. And so here's number 3, our third question for this cycle. Concealed gun carriers with criminal intent do not usually use holsters. True or false? Good luck. I'll see you over at the debrief. Okay, so for question number 1, we have our suggested correct question as D, as in Delta. You'll want to determine the subject's dominant side. In other words, figure out whether they are left or right-handed. You can observe this and watch for how they handle their coffee, phone, car keys, and so on. The dominant side suggests where a gun threat might appear from. Be sensitive and alert to this when you make a contact with a subject that may be carrying a concealed firearm. Now, if time does not permit for a determination of the dominant side, please remember that 90% of the world's population is right-handed. So there you have it, the importance of the dominant side. Okay, here we are, question number 2, and our suggested correct answer is B, as in Bravo. That brings us down to printing. Printing is the term commonly used to describe a handgun's outline appearing from beneath clothing. Now remember, guns have a significant bulk and mass. To conceal them, subjects will often overdress to conceal the weapon. This attire is often excessive given the current weather conditions. So it's B, printing, for question number 2. Let's move on. Here we are at our third and final question for CYA, and it dealt with the use of holsters. We suggest the correct answer is true. This is based on our experience, our research, and just our life lessons. So, true. In the U.S., you will encounter 2 types of concealed weapon carriers, legal and illegal. Now, our concern right now is illegal carriers. So illegal carriers typically avoid using holsters because holsters are expensive, and if you carry a weapon as a living, you know how pricey these things can get. So they're expensive, and they also constitute potential additional evidence in the event of a criminal act. And finally, in the terms of street crime, They simply don't comply with gang, criminal, culture, and the cool look that they're all seeking for. Holsters are definitely for the man and not for the player on the street. Okay, so that's a wrap for this CYA. Thanks for joining me. If you want to get additional CYAs, make sure you subscribe to this and also give me a like, a thumbs up, make a comment. I'm sure there's something I said that's going to receive some pushback from some of you security guys. So with all that said, let's get out of here. See you next time. Bye-bye.